Right, let's start today's session. See, in the last lecture, we were discuss about Python full stack development subject, and each and every subject purpose I discussed, like what is Python and what is the use of it, and Django, REST API, Flask, and UI basics, as well as SQLite3 MySQL. Even we discussed like front-end development as well as back-end development, what things under comes into front-end development process as well as back-end development process, right? So in today's lecture, I'm going to discuss about Python, because first up to 2 months, like 50 working days to 60 working days, we will be focused on Python learning. Then after completion of learning of Python, then we'll start with Django development as well as REST API, Flask, all frameworks. So without having Python knowledge, you can't move towards Django framework, right? So first we will focus to understand Python. So today we'll see complete introduction to Python, what it is exactly, why Python became a popular language. We'll discuss in detail. This is our core programming language. Without Python knowledge, you can't able to develop any application in Python full stack development. So as I said, Python is a programming language which is used to write coding part for the application development. But what type of language it is? Python is a general purpose programming language. General purpose programming language. So what is the meaning of general purpose? See, sir, general purpose means Python was not developed for specific purpose. Means Python is not for specific application development. It's a general application development. So if any language is called general purpose means using that language, we can develop different types of applications. For example, using Python, we can develop web applications, data science applications, network applications, database applications, and AI, ML applications, data analysis programming, and many more. So Python is completely used for general application development purpose. That's what it is, a general purpose language. And next, Python is a high level programming language. What is meaning of high level? See, sir, if any programming language is high level programming language, that means that language, in that language, you need not to write any logic for low level activities. So all the high level programming languages can be managed, all the low level activities internally. So what is meaning of low level activities? For suppose, if I write some program in Python, okay, if I start executing that program, so that program need to be execute, but before going to start execution, that program is required some internal things like memory allocation, memory deallocation, all need to be set. That internal activities purpose, no need to write any logic as a programmer. Why? Because Python, it's a high level programming language. It will take care all the low level activities. So any high level programming language like Java, C Sharp, .NET, Python, these are all high level languages. All the high level languages not required any low level activities code. Okay. Next, Python is interpreted programming language. Interpreted. So there is some differences like compiler based programming languages as well as interpreted based programming languages. Interpreted based. Compiler based programming languages are C language, C++, Java, C#, .NET. These are all compiler-based programming languages. And I'm saying that Python is an interpreted-based programming language, right? So it is interpreter-based. What is the difference between compiler-based as well as interpreter-based? We'll see that. Very simple. Compiler-based means, for suppose, if I write 10 lines of program or 10 lines of logic code in C language, C++, Java, .NET. Just because of these languages are compiler-based languages, whole program, like how many number of lines you have written, total number of lines will execute at once. Means, just for example, I'm saying that 10 lines of logic, but programmers may write 100 lines of logic for suppose. No matter how many lines of code you have written in these languages, just because of compiler based languages, these are whole program at a time will check and execute. Whole program. So that's what we notice in general when we work with C language, C++, Java, C#, .NET. If you are familiar with already, you might be know that. If you don't know, no worries at all. So we will see in these languages number of errors in the error window. After compilation, if any number of errors occurred, that many number of errors will disclose in the error window. Like if your program is having 10 errors, 10 errors will be displayed. 20 errors, 20 errors will be displayed. Or no errors, compilation will successful. Your code will be ready to execute. But whereas interpreted based languages like Python, same 10 lines of logic code if I write in Python standard. So just because of Python is interpreted language, so line by line code will check and execute, not whole program. Even in Python, if you may write 100 lines of logic, but all the 100 lines will not execute at once. Line by line code will check and execute, I'm saying. So in Python language, no matter how many number of lines of code you have written, each line executes separately. That means code will process line by line. That is called interpreted. Interpreted means line by line code will check and execute. Compiler means whole program, number of lines, all will process and execute at once. Just because of interpreted language, Python execution speed little bit slow when compared to these languages. But it is not a drawback of Python. Even I can say it is an advantage to the programmers who are working with Python. Because if it is interpreted, first line, if it is okay, then control jump into next line. Interpreter means line by line, right? Suppose if we write 10 lines of logic, control will jump into first line. If it is correct, interpreter will move to next line. If it is correct, interpreter will move to third line. In case there is something wrong or error occurred in third line, immediately interpreter will stop the execution at third line. That third line error only will disclose. So why I'm telling that advantage means in interpretation during the program execution of Python, in which line error occurred, that line error only will disclose. So at a time in Python execution process, you will notice only one error where it is occurred because it is line by line code execution. But in other languages, not like that. After completion of whole program process, how many number of errors are there? That many errors will disclose. So you just observe instead of observing multiple number of errors and it might get confused which error need to be solved first. Instead of observing multiple errors in other languages like C, C++, Java, .NET, in Python as a programmer, we will notice only one error at one point of time. So better to focus on that error and handle it and move on to the next line. So in this context, I am saying Python is an advantage, even though it is little bit slow when compared to other languages. So execution point of view, programmer point of view, it is advantage only. So we can easily trace our program because we will try to execute line by line code. So interpreted language means it is executing line by line. Python interpreter will execute line by line code only. Tracing and debugging will become easy. Next, another important feature, Python is a dynamically typed programming language. Dynamically typed. But what about these languages? Statically typed languages, these are all. C language, C++, Java, C Sharp, .NET, all are statically typed programming languages. And I mean to say Python is dynamically typed. Let me give some clarity what is meaning exactly statically typed and dynamically typed, sir. See, simple. Statically typed means during the program writing time. While writing the program, that is nothing but statically typed. Dynamically typed means during the program execution time. That means run time. While running the program, that process is nothing but dynamically typed. Okay? Yeah. Come to the point of these languages, especially C language, C++, Java, .NET. Here, syntax to declare the variable. This is the very common syntax most of the programmers will follow, especially in Java, .NET, C, C++. If, if you want to declare any variable, this is the syntax. Data type, variable name equal to value, and termination symbol like semicolon. Example, data type is integer type. Variable name is A. Value is 10. This is very common syntax which all the programmers will follow apart from Python. So here you can see data type. Why data type I am giving integer? Just because of my value is 10. It's a number. Why I'm giving data type is float? Just because of my value is float, like decimal part 23.4. Why I'm mentioning the data type here string? Because the group of characters MOHAN, these are the group of characters. This is called string only. String means group of characters. So what you understand here, in other languages like C, C++, Java, .NET, programmers must and should have the idea about the data types based upon their value of its variables. So what value I am assigning to the variable A? 10. It's a number. So you have to decide the type of this value for A variable. So then A can store integer type value within it. You have to understand based upon the value float only. You have to decide data type is float only. Here string only. If I include integer as equal to Mohan, it will give wrong. Okay. Here if I try to take integer, again it is wrong. Here if I try to give string, it is wrong. So depends on the type of value. You must and should have the idea about data types. So during the program writing time, in these languages, programmers can decide the type of variable, what type of value, that data type they have to mention. If wrong data type, if they mention, obviously you'll get an error. So in what I mean to say, these are statically typed languages. Statically typed means during the program writing time only, as a programmer, you have to decide the data type clearly and properly. But in Python language, just because of it is dynamically typed language, as a programmer in the initial stage, you need not to know about data types clearly. The reason is Python is a dynamically typed, means during the program execution time, based upon the value, your variable automatically get data type from Python only. Suppose same syntax I'm using in Python. So data type variable name equal to value. In other language syntax it is. But in Python only we have to focus variable name equals to value. That's it. Example, variable name is A. Value is 10. Now notice sir, before A variable, did I decide any data type like integer or float or string? No. Why? Because it's a dynamically typed language. during the program execution time, based upon the value what we are assigning to the variable, Python automatically decide internally the data type for variable A only. So it's a user-friendly language, Python, compared to other languages. In other languages, programmers must be aware data types before going to write coding part. But in Python, programmers no need to aware the data types because programmer will never decide any data type during the program writing time. Only programmers will focus on variables and values. What value they want, they can assign to their variables. Based upon the value, Python will decide the data type internally for variable A only. So this is nothing but dynamically typed. So just because of dynamically typed, we don't need to specify any data type of variable. This is user friendly, right? What value do you want? You can use it. You can assign it to the variables only. Let me show this example. Just for time being, I'm opening one editor, that is ideally editor. So tomorrow I'll tell you clearly the installation procedure of Python, what editors are required, you will understand. But just to show this example, I'm opening the basic editor like ideally. So the ideally is a default editor in what we can say Python installation process. You will also get ideally software, no problem. Okay. So ideally software I'm trying to include. So ideally is nothing but integrated development learning environment, sir. So this is the ideally software. This is the basic software editor where we can write Python logics. Suppose in Python, here I'm trying to take integer. A is the variable name, value is 100. So this is wrong syntax according to Python. Because as I said, Python is a dynamically typed. You need not to mention any data type while defining the variable. But if I mention data type and I press enter, you can see the error is coming like syntax error, invalid syntax. But other language point of time, this is correct. But in Python, this is not correct. But if I try to give only a value 100, this is correct. Do you want to print a? You can print a, value is printed like this. But did I mention any data type before a like integer or float or something? No. Why the reason? Python is a dynamically typed language based on the value. Automatically, the variable will get data type. So just for curiosity, do you want to know that data type which is assigned for your variable a means? You can apply type function, type of a, so that you will come to know what data type is assigned for your variable a. Python decides the data type integer for your variable a only, sir. Okay. In case if I try to declare a equal to 12.3, and do you want to use print statement, you can use. Print is optional. A also you can use. This time what type it decided for your variable means float type only. So based upon the value, automatically data type will be decided for the variable by Python only internally. So as a programmer, no need to concentrate on data types, but it doesn't mean that Python do not support data types. It also support data types. Only the thing is we are not going to be we are not going to be use any data types in Python. So it is nothing but dynamically typed programming language. Just because of it is dynamically typed language, Python is having some advantage. Okay. We don't need to be specify any data type. So directly you can focus on variables and values only. Next, finally, Python is a case sensitive programming language. Case sensitive programming language. Yes. Case sensitive programming language means what? How the way you declare the variables. For suppose here I declare the variable in which case? Lowercase. You have to be accessed in lowercase only. If you declare the variable in lowercase a, if we try to attempt to access in uppercase a, not possible, sir. Okay. So that is what. So let me open ideally back. For suppose a variable, 10. If I try to print A, it's okay, value is printed. But if I try to access the value in capital A, it give error. Okay. The name error, the A is not defined. So you means to say small a? Yes. You declare the variable name is small letter a, you have to access with small letter only. You can't access with capital letter, right? So this is exactly how it is. So case sensitive means cases are very particular. Any case, like either you can use capital case, you have to access with capital case. If you use small letters, you have to access with small letters. So ultimately, I'm saying that Python is a programming language which is used to write coding part for the application development. What type of language it is means it is a general purpose language. General purpose means using Python we can develop different types of applications. High level programming language. All the low level activities like memory allocation, deallocation, security, everything will be taken care by Python only. For all the low level activities purpose as a programmer, we need not to write any logics. Interpreted based means no matter how many lines of logic you have written in Python program, each and every line by line code is going to be execute just because of it is interpreted. And dynamically typed means during the program writing time, only we should focus on variables and values, no need to type any data type because it's a dynamically type. Based upon the value, data type will be decide by Python only for your variables. And finally, case sensitive programming language. If anybody asks you what type of language it is, means general purpose, high level, interpreted, dynamically typed, and case sensitive programming language. Okay. Yes. Next, why Python? The question is, most of the people are moving towards Python learning process nowadays. Why? Because Python is very popular language. Okay. Wherever you go in software development, including AI and ML and DS, data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, data analysis programming, data engineering, DevOps, AWS, and even testing, networking, anywhere, what not, and where not. Wherever you go, Python is exist. So that's what once you become a good at Python, so obviously you might get better options to do a job. Then why Python? What are the reasons most of them are moving towards Python learning process? Even the universities, right, okay, are included. Python is one of the main core subject in academics. Earlier, before Python, in every academics, if you go through BTech or whatever it is, MCA or technical subjects, even ECE, Triple E people also having into their academics like C language, C++. But nowadays, all the universities, even degree level nowadays, degree level only, some universities have included Python as a main subject, one of the subject. Just because of this can be used in all the application development in software, especially AI integration applications. So AI, do you want to go for AI techniques or AI tools? And compulsory, you should understand Python script because complete most of the AI tools implemented using Python scripts only. So why Python became a popular language? It doesn't mean that it is one of the easiest language. No. Obviously, compared to other languages, Python is one of the easiest language because it's having simple syntax and straightforward logics. No complex syntax, no complication logics here. So just because of that, it is not became a popular language, right? We can't say that it's having easy syntax, simple syntax compared to other languages like Java, C Sharp, .NET, C, C++. Just because of that reason, Python not became a popular language. So Python became a popular just because of Python provides huge standard libraries. Yes. This is the main reason why Python became popular. So Python provides huge standard libraries. What is meaning of library? See, sir, library is nothing but built-in classes. Each library is nothing but built-in classes that are group of classes. Each class contain group of methods, built-in methods. Means already that is implemented. That means pre-implemented methods. These are all pre-implemented in the sense already they have implemented with a lot of logic with methods and included group of classes. All classes they are into included in library. So Python provides these libraries to use directly in our application development. So these are nothing but ready-made resources. Okay, for example, you in Python development, I want to uh, I have some data. So I have data in Excel sheet. Okay. So employee Excel sheet is there with me. Employee Excel sheet. This data is having some huge records like 100,000 records like that. But for understanding purpose, analysis purpose, this 1,000 or 100 records, I need to make visualization. So for that purpose, Python provides pandas and matplotlib, data analysis and data visualization. So this is called flexibility purpose. Not only for this, so Python provides lot of libraries, not only pandas and matplotlib. So just because of Python offer huge standard libraries, it became a popular language. See, anybody, if you ask to anyone, if you are looking for data science or AI or ML, what they suggest most of them as a prerequisite subject like Python only. If you are looking or if you are seeking some data science, what we can say course in any organization or institute, they would say like, do you know Python? First question they'll ask because they know very well complete Python script only involved in data science or data analysis or AWS or DevOps and so on. If you know about Python, then they'll welcome you to learn those courses. But why they don't ask, do you know Java or do you know C language or C++ or C Sharp.NET? Because C Sharp.NET, Java, C++, C not at all suitable to learn current trends, current technologies like AI and ML and data science, data engineering, data analysis. So Python very famous for data science and data analysis, and also Python is very famous for web application development with Django framework, REST API, all e-commerce websites, online applications with quicker time. Quick time in the sense very less time we can build the application. Very simple, sir. If you ask Java people, okay, suppose based on your requirement, if you ask them to develop e-commerce website, obviously Java people, if they say 3 months time, they will take. Suppose assume that. Same requirement, if you give it to the .NET people, same e-commerce website, they might take 2 months time. Okay, just I'm comparing. So if you ask same e-commerce website implementation purpose, if you give same requirements to Python people, mostly they can finish 20 days maximum, not even 1 month. 20 days enough. Just I'm just comparing like this. Okay. So that is the case actually here. So that means this analysis just for how it is simple Python. I'm comparing with Java.NET and how time will be saved. So the reason is Python provides huge standard libraries. Each library contains complete pre-implementation logic. So with this pre-implementation logic, as a programmer, no need to put lot of efforts to develop the application. Easily we can implement the logics. That's what Python became a popular language. No matter any type of application requirements, you can bring it in reality. And if you go through Python, Python will fulfill your requirement undoubtedly with quicker time compared to other technologies. That's what it's having. It's having more popularity compared to other languages. Okay, especially in the context of data science, analysis, AI, ML, deep learning, all this area, Python will play very important role in reality. Then how Python came into the picture? When it was launched into the public. So you have to know about small story. So history of Python also important because we are going to learn Python full stack. Little bit history is required. Generally, initially, Python was designed and developed. Python was designed and developed by Guido van Rossum. He is the man who invented Python for the first time in the year of in the year of 1989. He started development of Python programming in the year of 1989. But the first version of Python release in the into the into public in the year of 1991. So Python was designed and developed by Guido van Rossum in the year of 1989. The first version of Python released into public in the year of 1991. So there are several versions of Python. What are the versions of Python also? I'm writing here. So I'm writing mainly direct versions, sir, not subversions. There are plenty of subversions, but you need not to know all subversions. No one will ask what are the subversion. Main version, which is the first version, is 0.9.0. And later they introduced 1.x, 2.x, 3.x. Here just I'm writing x. Then you can put any number like 1.0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. There are subversions are there 1.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on. 2.1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. 3.1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Right now we are in third version. Even in third version also, latest version is 3.14. This is the latest and stable release. But how do you know that latest version? Even I'm not sure about this latest version. Okay. Few days back when I see the website, official website, there was version called latest 3.14. Why I'm not sure telling that? Just because every few days after you might observe in the official website only the version number will be changed. Like minimum migration, minimum changes, they might be give new version only with minimum changes. So better to visit the official website python.org. So this is the official website to see the version history www.python.org. Let me visit www.python.org. Now you can see python.org. So once you visit this website, this is official website, sir, Python. And you can see this download option is there. You just simply click on download. And what version you are going to see here? Python 3.14.0 only. Okay. So this is the latest version. So do you want to install the previous versions like 3.13, 3.12, 3.11, 3.9, 3.8? So slowly scroll down. There are so many versions available here. Okay, lot of versions are there. You can scroll down. You simply keep on seeing that lot of subversions, 3 point version, third version, even second version like this. In third version only you can see how many number of versions are there. And even two version also there here, two. You can see second version it is 2 point something like this. And even one version also there. But you will not able to see here one version or zero version. You are able to see only two above version. Look at this 2.0 onwards it started. Why it is 2.0 onwards it started? Why we are not getting here 0 version as well as 1 version means? See, sir, though Python initially designed and developed by Guido van Rossum, he is the man behind the Python. But later, the group has created, the group name is called Python Software Foundation. This is the group and multiple people community it is. Python Software Foundation. Complete new releases and updations will come from this community Python Software Foundation. This Python Software Foundation community people has stopped the support for 0 version as well as 1 version. So they will not give long-term support if we are using 0 version as well as 1 version. Okay. So that's what we are not noticing in the official website. So there is no 1 version and 0 version installation. Only they will recommend 2 or above versions you have to use it. But I recommend the latest stable version like Python 3.14 only. Okay. So this is exactly version history. And one more thing, Python is completely free software and open source. Free and open source. Free and open source means you can feel free to visit official website python.org and click on downloads, and you can feel free to download this and install it. Don't worry, I'll tell you the installation process and complete setup of Python in tomorrow's session step by step in detail. But Python is a cross-platform software. Cross-platform in the sense platform independent, sir. Platform independent means the Python software will be run on any operating system like Windows, Unix, Linux, Mac OS, Android, and other operating system also it can run. So any operating system what we are using, it will work. So it is a cross-platform and free and open source. And do you want to read official documentation of Python? You can see there is a documentation section is there. You just click on the documentation section and there are Python docs is there. You can also see documentation releases by version wise. And there are some links also there. Tutorial, what's new in Python 3.14. There are several things are there, new things what they have added in summarized format they'll give. But if you are new to this Python programming, for the first time, if you visit this official website, you may not understand because you are new to this program. That's what you may not understand properly. Once you know about Python very well, rules and regulations, once you go through these articles, then it is better to understand like that only. So this is the official website. Feel free to visit anytime, and you can also learn lot of stuff from this uh, official website, beginners guide, audio visual talks, developers guide, all there. But new person, we don't recommend this website or documentation. That's what we are here as a trainer to make the things simplification. Okay. Yes. So next, I'm trying to say how Python name defined means the programming language name is Python, right? People may think why it is Python only. See, sir, generally the name Python for this programming language actually does not come from the snake. People may think that Python means snake. So actually the creator like Guido van Rossum. So when he start development of this language, there was a TV show which is broadcasted in BBC channel. The famous TV show name is called Monty Python Flying Circus Show. Monty Python Flying Circus Show. So at that time, this show was very popular. So the author decided that, so author also looking for catchy name. So that's what he decided to give working title of his programming language like Python only. That's the reason we can call it as Python language. So the author simply liked the name Python, which was the famous show at the time of he started development of Python. So the famous show name is called Monty Python Flying Circus Show. That's what we are calling it as Python only. There is no other reason behind it only. Okay. So this is complete basic introduction of Python. And what are the important features of Python? We will try to discuss. Once we discuss about features of Python, basic features, then we will start the installation procedure. Okay. Installation procedure means we have to download it. Okay. So we have to install it. That also very important. So how to download Python software and how to install it step by step, I'll tell you in tomorrow's session clearly. Before that, so we will try to understand some features. What are the basic features? Features of Python. See, sir, first feature is very simple. Python easy to learn and understand. Easy to learn. Easy to learn. So Python is having a simple and clean syntax. As I said earlier, compared to other languages, Python syntaxes are very simple. Suppose, for example, in other languages, to if you want to write some adding two number program, So what is required in Java? For example, class is required, class name is required, open bracket, close bracket compulsory. And main method also required, public void static main, like this. Okay. Just I'm trying to show you. Open bracket and close bracket. They must be declared that variables A and B and C, A value initialization 10, B value initialization 20, C equal to A plus B, like this. The result is print system.out.println, result is C only. See, sir, just for adding two number program, this many lines of code you have to write. Almost same length of lines you have to write in C language, C++, Java, .NET, almost. But in Python, these many lines of logic and this much of complex syntax is not required. So as I said, Python is easy to learn and straightforward. For example, you can see, let me open ideally software of Python. Just to add two numbers, simply you can go for A10, B20, C equal to A plus B, and print C. That's it. Matter is over. How it is simple? No class, no main method, no brackets, no such kind of complex syntax. No need to remember. And even just for clarity, I declare separate variables A value, B value, C equal to A plus B expression I have written. Even not at all require any expression. See, 10 plus 40 also we can give like this. 50 direct values. So what you observed here, Python syntaxes are very simple and straightforward. That's what I'm saying. It's one of the feature called easy to learn. Who don't have any basic idea about software programming, they can understand easily what we are writing in the coding. So more readability style is there. Okay. Next feature is, as I mentioned already, interpreted language. You don't need to compile Python code. So it is execute line by line by the interpreter only. So it makes easy to understand. Yet because of interpreted language, at a time we will notice only one error on the screen. So as a programmer, we will be focused on that error only. So it will be easy to handle it. As I mentioned, this is also another feature already I discussed, like dynamically typed. No need to focus on data type declaration much more. Data types not required to declare. You need not to declare variable data type. Without specifying data type, Python determines the data types internally at runtime only. Okay. So Python offering extensive libraries. Once the moment when we install Python software, there will be lot of libraries will be installed. It will be useful in the development process for faster rate of application development. And fifth feature is Python is completely free and open source. Free means no need to do any license. Directly you can feel free to visit official website python.org and you can collect the Python software and install it and use it. The source code also will be available in the official documentation. You can use it directly without having any license. And Python is portability in nature. See, portability means what, you know? Portability means we can migrate or we can shift your Python code into one platform to another platform. For suppose right now you are implementing Python application by using Windows operating system, that is Windows platform. Later, if we change all of a sudden operating system from Windows to Unix or Unix to Mac OS, you need not to re-implement the logic. Same code you can migrate it. So in that operating system also it works well and accurate result will be produced. Same result what we have seen earlier in Windows operating system. So portability means we can migrate from one platform to another platform easily. So Python code can run on Windows, Mac OS and Linux, Unix, other operating system without any modification clearly. And Python is also purely support object-oriented programming principles. You know, in real time, the programming language, once it is object-oriented programming, means it's having huge demand because all the object-oriented programming languages will satisfy almost all real-time requirements. So it is object-oriented programming language. So we can deal with classes, inheritance, reusability purpose, we use inheritance, functions, all we can able to clearly working with. So next feature is Python is multi-purpose usage. Yes, multi-purpose development usage. See, as I said, Python through we can develop web application, especially Django framework, Flask framework, REST API through. Python through we can develop data science, machine learning application. Python through we can write automation and scripting code. And using Python, we can develop gaming applications as well as network and cyber security program also we will be able to develop. So this is exactly Python, exactly multi-purpose feature is there. And next here, memory management, especially automatic memory management is there in Python. Automatic memory management. What is automatic memory management means? For memory management purpose, no need to write any logics because Python is assistant. Python is assisted with garbage collector. There is a built-in assistance in Python language, GC, garbage collector. This garbage collector will provide automatic memory management. So automatically, whenever your Python code is required some memory, it will be allowed. When your code execution completes, automatically it will be clean up the memory. So memory can be free up for further running of your application. So these are all most basic and important features. Easy to learn, interpreted, dynamically typed, extensive library support, free and open source, portability in nature, OOPS concept like object-oriented programming support, multi-purpose development purpose we can use Python, and automatic memory management also possible. So these are all basic features. So this is exactly complete introduction of Python what we discuss in today's session. If you are new to this session, yesterday's recording you must and should watch. So if you are new to this session, please check your mail because our team will send by tomorrow morning yesterday video link and course content. Okay, you can watch first video. So it is recommended. So yesterday we discussed only basics, what subjects I covered in full stack development like Python, Django, REST API, Flask, all this UI basics, SQLite 3, MySQLite 3. Okay. So today we discuss about Python completely because we will focus first 2 months Python learning process. Once you will become a good at Python, so then we will start web development process using Django framework, sir. So this is from my side today. Still, you have 2 more demo sessions. You can feel free to attend tomorrow and day after tomorrow. And tomorrow session, don't miss, sir. It is crucial session for all of you. The reason is tomorrow I'm going to start how to download a Python software for the first time. Do you want to start your programming part in Python? How to install Python software step by step and what editors through we can able to write multiple editors. I will try to show you the coding. Finally, we will be decide which editor through our classes will be run. So there are so many options I will show. Don't miss tomorrow at least, because if you miss tomorrow, then you cannot able to start your practice well. So yesterday, today, this is complete introduction part is over. Tomorrow we will start coding part while after installation of Python software and setup completely step by step so that it will be important for you. Once you know how to download and set up Python software, then practice you can begin, no problem at all. So that's all from my side today. So it's time to you. You can feel free to ask me any doubt. I'll wait for here few minutes so you can go ahead. If you have any question regarding this session about this course, you can feel free to ask me now, sir. Feel free to attend 2 more demos tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Then you can decide. After demos, if you are really interested to continue with my lecture, so my uh, information is important if it is important, or else if my teaching is clearly understandable for you, then you can continue. If you have any question, feel free to ask me. And who are new to this session, please watch my first video lecture, which was uploaded in YouTube channel, DURGASOFT official channel. And for every new batch, 4 videos will be there in DURGASOFT official YouTube channel. After 4 demos, after the video recording will come from my mail ID only. Okay. Yeah. No, sir. No, sir. Sorry, Srinivas. I'm not going to cover that kind of things because here in my session, lot of people will attend who are belongs to networking, who are belongs to testing, who are belongs to data science like that. But I'm not sure about that all modules, right? So this is I'm an exclusive Python full stack trainer. So we will be covered as many as modules in Python, which is really required for full stack development. So you have to learn Python from my side. And after that, you should know better how to use your libraries in your AWS or DevOps where you are comfortable. Python scripting means Python coding, Mr. Vikas Ranjan. It's nothing but coding only. Whatever the data structures, logics, if condition, else condition, please check the content once. I think who attend yesterday, you received the link yesterday, video link along with course content link also. My team already sent, right? Yes. So anyway, thanks for attending this session. Don't miss tomorrow. Tomorrow is an important session so that we will try to install Python software, and you can also proceed same thing along with me tomorrow installation process and make it set up. If you are serious about learning Python, be ready with the practice. Okay. So that's all from my side. Feel free to attend tomorrow and day after tomorrow same demo session by using same link at same time 8 p.m. Have a nice day. Yes.